Hello, Universal Stuff is Brandy619, and I know y'all haven't seen me on the tube in a minute doing no cooking, but I'm back. So, since the new year popped off, most people like to make something like black eyed peas for the new year, gumbo, and so that's exactly what we're going to be making. We're going to make a lazy man's gumbo. Only thing is, it's really not so lazy. The only lazy part about it is that I bought, a packaged gumbo base, and it's a good packaged gumbo base. Pretty cool. I will show you the secret ingredient though that should go inside of there to really kick it up a notch, okay? But anyway, in this episode, they didn't have any Foster Farms skinless boneless chicken breast, so I went ahead and bought, all right, the half breast. It does have the back on it. I'm just gonna slice that skin off, slice that backbone off, chop her up, and I might even saute her in a skillet. Okay. You have to have your Trinity, so you will need your garlic. You need to chop and mince that. Your celery, your green bell pepper, and you're also going to need your onion. You can use white, brown, yellow, whichever one you want. Let's see. I have both. Boop, boop. So I'm going to do a little bit of mixed play on the two. I do have some andouille sausage in here. Let me see. Sausage in here, but these are Hafi. I've never tried. Oh, actually, these are chicken. I've never tried these ones before. And I don't think I'm going to start today. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and use these Evergood beef hot links, okay? Also going to use some chicken stock. So I'm not going to make my own chicken stock, even though I could, because I will be cooking this chicken. I could boil this chicken and put all these things inside of it and bust it down, but I'm just not going to do that. I also have, let's see, now I'll show you. This is what I did. I cut everything off the cluster, took the legs, went down the legs, went into the end, and cut. All the way up, okay? So that when you're eating, no one's having a fuss with trying to open it. It's open, okay? So, see. I forgot to show you the freaking base. So, I got the Louisiana fish fry gumbo base. This is what we're going to be using, okay? This is what we're going to be using. A couple of these, 2, 3. Depends on how much you're going to be making, okay? So, let's get into it. You can, let it play back because I'm going to do some music here. Ooh. I just want all the smoke. anyway, I just got done putting all the chicken, the sausage, bell peppers. You saw how I do all of that, right? That tenderloin that I showed you, I seasoned my meat up with some of that Creole seasoning right there. And that tenderloin, I made sure to leave some of that tenderloin out for the kids because those cook fairly quickly. And if they don't feel like waiting for you while you doing your process and making your black girl magic work or black boy magic or black man magic work, then you gotta give them something to eat, right? So you just set aside those little tenderloins for the kids. See what I'm saying? So I got everything over here in the pot. Let's look it up. Let's check it out. Everything simmering nicely. It's almost like, dang, it's almost like I don't even, my pot ain't even, I don't even got the shrimp up in here yet. You know what I'm saying? Now make sure when this is cooking, you get down to the bottom because that's the whole reason why you have to really blend your, oh shit. Got some shit down there. See? I don't turn it up too high. Hold on. I gotta hurry up and transfer pots and hopefully this don't come off in my pot. Hold on. Okay, anywho. So, when you are doing this and you got this cooking on your stove, make sure you turn it on low so that it doesn't cook super fast because that roux that you created, that you put into that cold water. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you add that roux into your vegetables and then you add your stock, make sure your stock or your water is cold so that it does not clump up, okay? So that's the reason why I mix it around with my hand. But once you set it on that stove to start cooking, some of that roux and that settlement, that flour will begin to settle to the bottom and it will cook on the bottom, which will burn, which is what just got done happening over here. Now, minus the burn. If you do everything else I did, your gumbo gonna come out A1. Okay? So, anywho, I don't fix that, transfer, fix that. Now I'm gonna turn my fire back on low. And just make sure you don't have nothing else to do while you stir, okay? So just keep stirring it. Make sure that you on that bottom of that pot, making sure nothing is sticking on the bottom of that pot while you're stirring, okay? This is not really something that you'll be able to do with your hands because it's going to start heating up, okay? So in the meantime, in between time, just keep stirring until everything is mixed. The very last thing, once your gumbo is super hot, super cooked through, everything is blended and melded together, that's when you want to dump in your seafood, okay? Your shrimp and your shrimp and your crab. Thanks, Exodus. Okay? So once it's ready for me to dip my shrimp and my crab in there, I'm going to dump that off up in there. Some people like to use cooked shrimp. I like to use fresh shrimp. I peeled those. They were deveined, but I peeled the skin off and everything like that. These shrimp that I used, I think were 1620. So you get 1620 in the pack. So I got some, some nice size suckers, okay? So let's get that cooking, and once it's done, and I'll put it in the bowl with my rice, my jasmine rice over there. Y'all gonna see how it looks, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna taste good. Trust me. Okay? And if you do happen to burn the roux in the bottom of your gumbo, just tell them it's blackened gumbo. Like blackened tilapia, blackened salmon. That ain't nothing but another word for burn. Okay? Or call it smoky gumbo. Smoked gumbo. Okay? Shoot, everybody like a little smoked rib every now and again. So, finesse it. They won't know none about it. Those shrimp are perfect. They're not overcooked. That's why you gotta put them in last. It's why thousands of Georgia students can use the sausage programs and GI benefits to attend career colleges. And kind of flash fry them. It seals in the moisture. It makes that outside casing snap and pop. So I'm gonna crack this. Well, because I already opened that. See the juice. America's voice. That is the president of the United States. I'm going to play on President Trump because he is America's voice. The future of America depends on you. Join the political right off flipping through there. Stand up and fight for our country. Once again, they can be excited about being an American. Join the America's Voice revolution. No fake news here. Still tastes like crab. Well seasoned crab. That mainstream media refused to report. CNN did not capture it once, not the crowd. No. Our president just doesn't lay down and let these idiots dictate what's going on. This was a nice basic gumbo. You can add in it whatever you want to. 10 games. 60 seconds. $250,000. Hot sauce. Minute to minute. On Game Show Central. Of your liking. Sometimes I even add in there green beans or corn, you know. I don't care. Whatever I'm feeling. But that's how you make a lazy man's gumbo. Enjoy. Think about the scene.